get this drive going. It's 2nd and 9 for the 26. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
He escapes the pocket. And he'll leave the ball deep down that right side. Got a man. Catch made. Big play.
Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
The Tigers hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Going absolutely nowhere to a loss of the play. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle for showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
Oh, the pass is picked off. Not much of a return, but the pick ends the scoring threat and sets the offense up to the 33.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in his zone coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So, timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
Finds his man. It's Duke. Ball scooped up by the defense. Touchdown, Tigers. The defensive score in the title game, and this place is coming unhinged. A defensive touchdown, and suddenly this national championship game is dead even, Kurt.
Wow, great job by this defense of coming up with a turnover and then also being able to turn that into a touchdown. Now all of a sudden the momentum feels like it has shifted, and we have a national championship on the line here.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. First down. They're going to throw the football. Looking deep downfield to the left. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
The offense takes a big shot here downfield. I thought they may have a chance, but the defender makes an unbelievable play to get a hand on the ball and knock it away.
Boom. Nice grab. It's Duke.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs stay in the back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
Play action fake, looking to throw. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
That's another positive game here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
Off the play fake on first down. Looking deep to the right side. But this one is broken up, ball's incomplete.
Well, anytime you defend this kind of offense, you need defensive backs who are really comfortable in defending the ball being thrown downfield. It's not just the short to intermediate throws, it's the deep shots that they're willing to take. I love how he showed.
And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Pass caught, can he get in? And he scores! Touchdown, Alabama!
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
And the point after is good. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. First play of the drive now from the 25. looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble. So back to their own 9-yard line. It's 2nd and long. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. They're trying to use his legs here. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
That's what I really love about this quarterback. Looks downfield, everybody's covered. Instead of just throwing this ball away, he's got the athletic ability to make this defense pay for it by picking up some good yards.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Bringing pressure. Sacked. It's a loss back to the 6.
Chris, I think we're starting to see a theme here in this national championship, and to me it's this defensive pressure. I don't know if I thought that prior to this game, but now that we're watching it here in this first half, that's the 2nd sack. They're getting after this quarterback in a big way today.
He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Passing game was so effective in the last possession. Right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Quick throw over the middle. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Could take it all the way. And he steps out after a nice return. What a momentum shifter this could be.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
Offense makes its way on the field to get the drive started. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. The receiver grabs it. They bring him down after a short gain there. And the Tigers hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. QB keeper all the way. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10?
Well, it's a great job here by this offensive line and the running back to be able to pick up the 1st down. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole here in this first half. The only way they can get back into this game is converting on 3rd down. It's exactly what they were able to do. Get a new set of downs and a chance to put points on the board.
So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. We've reached the end of one in this battle for the national championship. Before moving on, let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the 2nd period. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. And he drops back in the gun. Moves out of the pocket. Takes the catch. Can he get in? Oh, he's in. Touchdown, Clemson. And this national championship game is now dead even, Kirk. We're going to have a fun finish here.
Yeah, maybe I'm being hopeful, but this has the makings of an instant classic right now. The way these teams are matching each other at an elite level in the national championship, it's getting more advanced the further we go. I'm with you. Maybe it comes down to the wire.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. He's hit as he throws it. No connection there. The pass is incomplete.
We finally see a changeup from this defense. It has been a long game for this defensive coordinator. A lot of touchdown passes. They finally find a way to affect the timing between the quarterback and his receivers by getting pressure.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this 1st down? He's hit as he throws it. Catch is made down the middle. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Snags a good throw. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Webb. Quick throw to his receiver. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 27.
You know, Chris, if we would have told Bear Bryant that Alabama would have a wide receiver that won a Heisman in recent years, I don't think he would have believed us. But that's where we are. They've been some great ones in the past, but we're seeing some great-looking receivers on this unit right now.
Looking downfield near the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. 2nd down coming up now. So 2nd down after the incompletion. Looking to throw again. The pocket breaking down. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. That's not going to bring out a 3rd down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. On the move now. Incomplete for a 3rd straight play.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And they jump back in front. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start with the 25. Okay, the Clemson offense heads back out onto the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? They'll avoid the big hit with the slide. The Tigers will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
That's a really good run by this offense. And, Chris, here they go. Up-tempo offense looking for a 1st down.
And it works. The 1st down to the 35. Here comes the up-tempo offense.
Good job here, the quarterback. His primary receiver did not look open. Instead of forcing the ball, he finds the running back as a check down and picks up a 1st down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He lets it rip. And it's caught wide open with room to run. They finally make the stop, but a huge gain sets up a 1st and goal. And the Tigers come to the line with 1st and goal. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Tigers.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
No problem with BAT right down the middle. And here's the return from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Delivers quickly to the left side. And it's incomplete. The defender. Same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
To throw, it's Webb. Fires it to the wideout. The freshman is lucky that didn't get picked off.
I mean, I get trying to get the football to this receiver. He's one of the most talented guys in the country. But with two guys bracketing him, I don't know why you would make that throw. Should have been intercepted.
A quick throw to the right. What a diving catch way downfield. Big game.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing the...
Has it back to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama. This offense cannot be stopped. They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT.
Chris, how about the back here? He just gets behind that big offensive line, able to lead him into the end zone. Good patience, nice vision, but exceptional teamwork up front on this touchdown run.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Makes a quick catch. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks into the clear. The 20. Past the 10. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Clemson.
Chris, how about that? A quick slant that goes for this many yards and a touchdown. That's what's so dangerous about this quarterback and wide receiver. Quarterback puts the ball right on the money, and by doing so, look at the receiver. Catches it in stride and has all that room to run after the catch for that touchdown.
He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking to throw. It's Webb. Catch made on the left side. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Well, it's another huge game for this guy. And I'll tell you what they're doing a good job of is moving him around. He's not aligning just in one spot where the defense has an idea of where he is to try to take him out of the game. They've moved him around, given him a chance to get some one-on-one matchups. Boy, is he taking advantage of that here in the first half of the national title.
They'll have to hurry now. 2nd down with the clock ticking. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Receiver makes the catch. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
And put a star next to that play. It's like the linebacker knew the ball was going to be going to this receiver. So it's the instincts, and then it's the awareness and the athletic ability to be able to bring down a wide receiver for a loss like that.
Here comes a gamble. Offense on the field, going for it on 4th down. And the quarterback dropping back. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Pulls it in outside the 10. He's still running. Touchdown, Clemson Tide. Too much speed for the defense.
Chris, that's his 2nd touchdown of the day. You talk about getting off to a great start. He may have more in it.
The PAT puts him up 3. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start with the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Lets it go quickly. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not a big return, but the pick ends the scoring play. The offense will now take over at the 30.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
Pulls it in. It's Duke. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Man, isn't it fun to watch running backs who can add that dimension to the passing game? They're so dangerous because once they catch the football, they're operating in much more open space than they would be if they're just getting a handoff. And it really tests the linebacker's ability to cover out the space.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Big throw caught on the left side. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. Alabama comes up with the line quickly. To the air. It's Webb. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. They bring him down, but a chance to turn that into points just before halftime.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least a field goal. They've got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Love to see an aggressive mindset following sudden change. The quick strike here. The defense barely has a chance to even get set up and get established before they have to deal with a big shot taken over their head.
He keeps it on a design run. The gain moves the ball to a 34. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Looking to pass here on second down. He's looking deep down the middle. And it's caught outside the 10 and still going. They're barely able to stop him after a huge gain. They saved a touchdown on that final tackle as time runs out in the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
31,
Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the powerful Clemson offense is back out there. They were effective in the first half, but the way their defense is playing, they had better keep scoring here today to stay close. He escapes the pocket. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Well, sometimes an answer for an offensive coordinator against a good pass rush is to move the launching point, move the quarterback from one spot to another to affect the rhythm of the pass rush. That's not having any kind of impact at all on this defense. They're getting after this quarterback no matter where he is.
Here he goes. Finally brought down, but that play moves the ball all the way down to the 21. So one enormous play, and this offense is threatening almost into the red zone. Design quarterback run. Solid gain there. Sets up a first and goal at the 7. So 3 plays in, this offense has set up a first and goal. Very efficient so far. That's a design quarterback keeper. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Second and goal for the offense. Tailback tests the middle of the defense. Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down.
Boy, Chris, the way this quarterback's been playing, I'm surprised they didn't throw the football here. I wouldn't be surprised now that they're facing third down and goal. Put it in his hands and let him work his magic.
Third and goal, try to make it on the ground. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, the defense steps up here. Now we've got a fourth and goal situation. And now that you're in the second half, obviously a field goal here ties the game up. But you're pretty close. What do you think the decision is here? Do you go for this touchdown and maybe take the lead? And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
They come away with 3
3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Return begins inside the 10. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Someone on the line there moved a bit early. Offense gets a 5-yard penalty. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Looking to pass. It's Webb. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Brought down, but broken tackle to produce a solid game there.
That's a good job here, staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on first down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time, the big tight end. That'll bring up a second and manageable here for this offense.
They trapped him for a sack.
Of course, there's another sack by a Clemson defender. And, you know, so often in football we get so caught up in the quarterbacks and the spread looks and the big explosive plays on offense. But you think about where Clemson's been for the last 10 or 12 years, I think their defense deserves as much credit as guys like Trevor Lawrence and Deshaun Watson. This defense has gone to a different level, and that's why they're a national contender every single year.
The offensive fireworks continue. It's almost like this is a video game out there today.
Man, I could have sworn it was the new EA college football being played out there.
Strong resemblance, yeah.
This is one of those games that it's turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped from throwing the football downfield and the points are piling up on the board. The final score might even look like a basketball game the way it's being played right now.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down.
Looking deep to the right side. Receiver left alone, wide open downfield.
Of course, I love this attitude here. Very first drive in the national championship in the second half. See a one-on-one matchup, trust your quarterback and receiver, and take shots downfield.
On first and 10, looking to throw. And the ball is hauled in. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss just having one of those dream performances.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Some confusion on the snap count. A false start cost some 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Back to pass. It's Webb. Here's a quick screen to the receiver. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
Empty set now, 5 wide. Looking to throw yet again. The pass is hauled in over the middle. But a huge collision. Blow delivered there by the linebacker. Well, the huge hit there, you have to expect him to see the ball come loose, but a great job to hang on to it.
Boy, great concentration by the tight end to be able to come up with that catch, but the defense showing how physical they are. When that tight end gets his hands on the ball, they are going to lower the boom.
Drop back here on third down. Looking for 6. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Well, they take a shot into the end zone on third down. They come up empty, but a reasonable field goal attempt now if they want to take it.
So on fourth down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And with that, they regain the lead.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. First play of the drive now on the 25. Opening play of the drive, pitch go to the left. Hurdles over the defender. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
So this offense is threatening now. Ball inside the 40 after that explosive play. Keeping it on the ground here. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Now folks will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Tackled after he makes the first down as the seconds tick away here in the 3rd quarter. So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. For the final period, let's check out the game stats. We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They open the 4th by going to the air. Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. The defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A 2nd down behind the sticks now.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You get a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. The pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Boy, they are not letting up from targeting this stud receiver. He has absolutely got to be driving this defense mad, and they nearly got another big one there.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up his offense.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive and ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
You know, these kind of routes are always great for receivers who do a really good job of yards after the catch situations, and they're easy completions for the quarterback.
Scanning the field, it's Webb. The receiver makes the catch. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
But they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
And looking to throw now on first down. Pass caught. Use the stiff arm to extend the run, pick up a few extra yards.
Boy, a great slant by the receiver. What I love is the quarterback found the window that he wanted to make the accurate throw.
2nd down after that completion. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to chuck it again. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Finds room at the 30. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? Touchdown, tie. He wins the foot race to the end zone.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. as an offense heads back out onto the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. He'll wisely throw that one away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from pressure. Just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. And they make it a 3rd and manageable here. They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up.
Well, there's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of the quarterback trying to throw a football. And on this play, they end up flushing him out to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that's what led to this incompletion.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Quick throw, testing the middle. Gets hauled in here over the middle. That's good for a 1st down near the 40.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
Extending the play now. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
The Tigers are looking to keep this drive going. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Well, if there's a silver lining for the defense, at least this quarterback didn't get out and gash him for a 1st down. But now they've got options coming up here. I wouldn't be surprised to see if they go back to him again.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Here's the snap, looking to throw. Looking right, this one caught. They've got him, but that completion good enough for 1st down yardage. And the Tigers come to the line in a hurry-up.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down into the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
Looking to the end zone. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense tries to put the finishing touches here on a lopsided victory. So the drive will begin from the 1-yard line, 99 away from the end zone. Quick pass, the catch is made. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. Across the 40. Inside the 20. All the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Alabama. This is just quarterback wizardry. An amazing game with a national championship on the line tonight.
This might be as good of a quarterback performance as I've seen in a national championship in some time. The defense has got to try to do something to get him out of sync by trading the blitz or sit back and change up coverage, because what they've called up to this point just isn't working.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. DB's backing off from the line now. First down, looking to throw the football. Caught by the receiver. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking for a late deep shot. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. And it's a solid return after the interception.
Oh, man, Chris, I really thought this offense had a chance to get back into this game. The only thing you'd hate to see is the interception. But give credit to the defense. They come up with a big play that potentially ices.
Looking deep down the right side. And the deep shot falls incomplete. But wait, there is a flag on the play, so we'll check that out.
I think that's his really only play here, because if he doesn't knock that defensive back away from the football, that's an interception.
Looking to pass. It's Webb. Finds an open target on the left side. Great footwork. A big opening now. They get him down, but not before he reaches the 39. Another big play for this offense, Kirk. They are not throttling back here, even with a comfortable lead in the fourth quarter.
This defensive coverage seems one step behind the entire game. Even when they call the right coverage, the offense has made the plays that they need to be able to put points on the board. Chris, it's an incompletion here, but at some point, this defense has got to be aware that this offense is doing everything they can to get this receiver the football. He's got over 150 yards receiving. You got to double team this guy, or they're going to keep finding ways to get him the ball.
And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Incompletion sets up a second down. And he'll set up to throw. Looking to scramble. It's another deep shot. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Bama. They continue to roll up the score. Championship game, and there is nobody you can cover this guy. What a monster performance by this receiver.
Chris, we're on the biggest stage in college football, and this guy's treating it like he's playing a video game. My gosh, he's got this defense in la-la land out there.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. It's a shotgun run call. He's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle. Offense trying to find a way to get this drive going. It's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Lets it fly to the wideout. He's got a man down the middle. They get him down, but a big play moves it to the 45. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. First down, looking to throw the ball. Moves out of the pocket. It's a deep shot to the right. Oh, and he can't come up with the catch in the end zone. It's going to be second down now.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Oh, and he could not hold on. Would have been a huge gain. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's looking deep again. Catch made for a big game, but the fans are wondering where was that earlier in this football game. And the offense will spend a timeout, just 14 seconds left on the clock. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play, brings up second down.
Just a misfire here by the quarterback. These are tight windows, man. They open and close so quickly, you got to almost anticipate where you're going to put the ball.
Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Boy, this defensive plan has been masterful today for this defensive coordinator. Good job of attacking the quarterback, whether he's inside the pocket, chasing him to the outside.
Touchdown, Tigers. Still no answer for the passing game. Empty set as they try for the two-point conversion. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he'll get into the end zone for 2 points. Now it's a 15-point game. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
39.
And it's a squib kick taken by one of the up men. He's tackled at the 34 after a decent kick return there. The first play of this drive now, they're set up at the 34. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Looking downfield, it's Webb. Pressure is coming. Oh, they've got him for a sack. Trying to pound the lead here on the final play. He puts it other ideas. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. What an emphatic statement to close out this national championship run. You know, the coach told his guys, go out there and leave no doubt. Say mission accomplished.
Well, sometimes a team wins a national championship and they just got hot at the right time. And there's other times when it's been clearly the best team in college football all year. To me, these guys have been right up there as the top team in college football, and it's very fitting that they not only win it, but they win it in grand fashion.
And that's going to do it as we crown another national champion and punctuate a wild, exciting season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Alabama Crimson Tide.